Sunday morning, scientists. Welcome to Live with Ms. Steph. Once again, I'm Ms. Steph, and I am the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment, Inc. I have been doing science, STEAM, all those types of things in the Harlem community for some time now, well over a decade. And I am super excited to come to you today. Today is October 6th, actually not the 6th, today is the 7th. Ciao, we are just moving right along. Thank you so much for joining and watching. Welcome to Live with Ms. Steph, y'all. We are on with our weekly Science Club news. I'm not going to say 15 minutes or less today because it just might not make it, because our demonstration today is slime mix-ins. Once again, slime mix-ins. So stay till the end for that. Let's hop right into our news. Y'all, we launched Saturday Science Club on October 5th, this past Saturday. We had an absolutely wonderful time. We had several new scientists who are now old enough to join us on Saturdays. Saturday Science Club is for ages 5 to 11. If you have a child that is younger than that, you will need to stay with them. And if you have a child that is older than that, I invite you to reach out to me and we can discuss other options for them to engage in STEAM education, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Once again, hi, I'm Ms. Steph, and we are on for our weekly Live with Ms. Steph. Y'all, yes, we had an absolutely wonderful time this past Saturday. We had a total of 18 young scientists, elementary school scientists join us. Plus we had 3 volunteers and parents were there, and we had an absolutely awesome time. This is the option for you if you are looking for an educational activity for your young person to attend, and you're wanting them to be able to still have fun at the same time. You don't want them to be in an excessively controlled environment where they're expected to produce a specific thing, but they're expected to explore, right? So that's the problem we're solving when it comes to Saturday Science Club. I need something that's educational for my kid. Check. I need somewhere my child can be dropped off if they're the ages 5 to 11. Check. I need something that encourages children of kind of the quote unquote underrepresented, or folks that look like me. I want my child doesn't have any teachers that look like them. Check. We are serving those different things. Once again, shout out to our partners over at USAWA Beacon that are there housed at Wadley at 215 West 114th Street for allowing us to co-locate with them yet again. It has been multiple years that we've had that honor, and once again, we're doing that this school year. We are meeting first, second, and third Saturdays from 12 to 2. If you are interested in joining us, you do need to RSVP, because like I said it in a different way, but we had a full house on Saturday. We had a full house. And so we want to make sure that everyone is properly cared for and gets to have a great time, right? To make sure that we do meet our respect, safety, learning, and fun values in that space. And to do that, we do need to know when folks are coming. We should be having a great time next week. The next dates that we have for Saturday Science Club are October 12th and October 19th in the same location, Wadley Secondary School. Procedure is to RSVP with me. I do want to make a very, very clear note. Once again, I'm Ms. Steph, and this is your weekly Science Club news. I'm just talking about Saturday Science Club. And when it comes to Saturday Science Club, you are going to need to complete The RSVP is for me, but for us, as we are partnering with another organization with a program there, they have their protocols. We need to be respectful of those. Remember, respect is actually our first value, our first community value when it comes to Saturday Science Club. And that being said, there is documentation that you will need to complete. There is a form that an adult family member needs to complete on behalf of any of the children that are going to be participating on a regular basis. Yes, that is mandatory. That is not optional. And I mean, you all are familiar with that. As adult caregivers for children, you know that you have to complete documentation for that. And so that is done. And that is done for our partner. There are other things that I need, and I will communicate that to you when you get there. Of course, children need to be signed in and signed out. There are those procedures and protocols are put into place for kids' safety. That's our second value: respect, safety, learning, and fun. So when we are respectful and when we are safe, then we're able to learn and have a great time. Trust me, it happens every time. So yes, that's Saturday Science. Next dates in October are the 12th and the 19th. Then on October 26th, we will be partnering with, shout out to NYC Kids Fest, with Kids Fest to do a harvest event. Young people are going to be invited to come to this harvest-themed event, and it will be held on Audubon Avenue. It's actually going to be a part of one of the open streets. All of that information, of course, is going to be rolled out to you over the next several weeks. Kids can dress up for that, and there will be treats and all that for them. And the thing that they will get from the science fun table will, of course, be a harvest-themed fun thing that they get to take with them. Every child will get to take some DIY Play-Doh that we're going to make, and it's going to have some sensory things added to it. So yeah, that's going to be absolutely fun and awesome. Additional things that we've got coming up. We have resumed traveling science teacher, y'all. Okay, last week I had a site that I went to, and then this week I actually have 4 that I will be at. So if you were interested, I spoke with an individual on Saturday that said, hey, Miss Steph, my kid goes to another program and they're actually interested in collaborating. If you're interested in doing that, if you're the representative of a fellow organization here in Harlem and you're interested in bringing in the traveling science teacher to your site, please reach out. You can DM me here, or you can send me an email, mssteph@tfempowerment.org, and we will get you situated. So yeah, lots of great things happening. Moving further into November, we will do 3 Saturday Science Club sessions. We will be observing the Giving of Thanks holiday, and so we will be closed that weekend, all those types of things, but we will make sure that everybody is up to date on that information. And most definitely coming up at Sugar Hill Creamery, their Lenox location right here in Central Harlem, we will do what is now going to be our 2nd annual Science-a-thon. So we'll be doing that event again for Giving Tuesday. Like I said, lots of things going on. Really appreciate you tuning in to Live with Ms. Steph today to get your weekly Science Club news. And as I said, I'm Ms. Steph. So now let's hop right into our STEAM activity, our tip of the day. Typically what I've been doing over the last several weeks is after I give you your news, I do a little science fun demonstration or tip for you. So today's tip / demonstration is really going to be around fun. There are, hi, thank you so much for watching and joining. Welcome to Live with Ms. Steph. We are now moving on to the part of the show where I talk about my tips and tricks and some just the science activity that you can try at home or with your students in the classroom or program that you run. So remember, good morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please say hello to your young scientists for me. You know who I'm talking about. I want to be respectful and not use the scientist name unless that's okay with you, but I just want to say, yeah. Okay? So remember, we are covering our tray, y'all. I'm telling you, the biggest tip I can give you, the biggest thing that I've learned over the last several years, go ahead and cover your tray. Not only do you want a tray to help you clean up, but a covered tray is super helpful. All right, so I'm going to tilt you down a bit more like so that you can see the things. See what's happening here. All right. And the color of the tray does not necessarily impact what you're doing. Your young scientists may have a specific color that they enjoy. That's fine. I got these trays on Amazon, and I was kind of cryptic about that last week because I was just being silly. But this slime, like I said, this is just a quick tip. So this is not a full science with Miss Steph. So I've already actually pre-made the slime. I just want to talk to you about 2 mix-ins that I have been using with the children in my slime recipe, which you can see online. I have several videos of me making slime. But today we're just going to talk about mixing things with your slime and kind of the impact and what that does. All right, so you can see we've got our covered tray, right? La la. All right, so one of the things that children really love to add to the slime is shaving cream. So the conversation with them here is really texture, right? And it's really an engineering. I like to do slime as an engineering activity, right? Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, right? We have all of our letters of STEAM, and each activity, there are various activities that we do at Science Club that I've designed to hit actually all 5 letters. And then there's some activities that really focus on like 1 or 2. And in particular, after you've completed the chemical reaction, of course, which would be your S, you can then now do your testing step, okay? And so you see how folding in the shaving cream, there's a method to how you can fold in your shaving cream. You can have the children touch the shaving cream by itself. You can have them fold it in carefully like I'm doing, or they can just kind of squish it, whatever works best for them. Shaving cream is going to potentially make it fluffy if you put it in while you're making it, okay? When you do it like this, it does add some volume to it and make it kind of fluffy, and you can hear now there's more sound associated with the slime. It can change the texture. Sometimes it actually makes it more firm, and it doesn't make it more enjoyable to play with, and sometimes it does make it more enjoyable to play with. Once again, that's one of the things that you can mix in while you're making it with them, or like I did there, I added it as a mix-in after the fact, right? So, welcome to Live with Ms. Steph. Today's science activity / tip is a conversation about the things that you can mix into slime with your young scientists, okay? So then, the other thing that I like to add in as of late for the last several years, it helps add color, and you get a product, a result similar to butter slime. All right. So these different foam clays. This is the brand I happen to be using right now. I'm not going to have a discussion about the brand simply because I'm not trying to promote or disparage. But you want a clay that is highly pigmented. So you see, these are the things that you're looking for, and you see how when you pull it apart, it's not slime, right? It is clay. Now, the fun thing about the air dry clay is that you can use it for in multiple ways today I'm talking to you about how you can use it as an add-in for the slime for our young people, for our brilliant scientists. But you can also, and we can do a longer video on that, you can also use it to kind of test things. You can let the children add various liquids to it and let it sit out overnight to see what happens, because it is foam, air dry clay. How long does the clay take to dry? All of these, you see how it can be very open-ended, and now you can learn so many different things from it. But once again, I'm Ms. Steph. Thank you so much for joining me for Live with Ms. Steph every Monday at 9:15. We do our weekly Science Club news. I explain and break you off some news, and then I do a STEAM activity and or tip. So today's tip and activity is just things that you can add to slime. So you notice what I'm doing. This is actually getting harder to pull. Okay? Slime is another non-Newtonian fluid. We talked about non-Newtonian fluids last week. Hi. Welcome, Gene. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I'm going to move y'all up again as I manipulate the slime. Excuse me. All right, so we can pulling. Greetings, good morning. And so you can see primary objective here is something that's going to mix well with the slime and easy with the slime and add color to it. That's one of the reasons that I particularly use the foam, the air dry clay in the slime. Okay? And then the other conversation you can have with your students, with your scientists, is whether or not Play-Doh works. And you can compare the two differences, the two results, sorry. You can compare and say, oh, well, let's put Play-Doh, equal amounts of Play-Doh into like one you can do a blue Play-Doh, same amount of blue Play-Doh into the same amount of slime, and then compare it to amount of that measured amount of air dry clay, blue air dry clay in slime, and compare those two textures, right, and see what's going on. And then see, these are now, I can feel the difference, right? So, but these are now having different responses because I added different mix-ins to them. So those are the things that you can do when it comes to slime and extending the activity, varying the activity. This particular slime is less sticky, actually. When you add the air dry clay, and you're getting something, as I mentioned earlier, similar to what we call butter slime. There's various kind of names for slime and all that type of stuff. So y'all, I mean, it's been absolutely wonderful to hang out with you this morning. As you know, Live with Ms. Steph is just a few minutes to come on weekly every Monday to get us started at 9:15 Eastern to go ahead and bring us into the week, let you know what we've got going on. As I mentioned earlier in the video, on October 12th, we will continue our Saturday Science Adventures for children ages 5 to 11. Then we have Harvest Fest coming up towards the end of the month. All are welcome to that activity, and that is a partner event with New York NYC Kids Fest. They are running the event, and I'm going to come and do my Ms. Steph's Science Club Science Fun Table at that event. And then for in November, we will have our Saturday Science Club, of course, our adventures and all that types of stuff. And then in December, on December 3rd, for Giving Tuesday, we will be joining our friends over at Sugar Hill Creamery for the second annual Science-a-thon, and we will be giving out our science bags there. Finally, I do want to say no, because I see some folks on here who have joined us for Girls Science Club before. Because we have been able to adjust Saturday Science Club to a time that seems to work for both our boys and our girls, and we have been getting more female students attending Saturday Science Club, I did decide to focus and have Saturday Science Club, one Saturday Science Club, combining everybody once again. Now, for those of you, again, talking about traveling science teacher, if you are interested in me coming to do something at your site with a group of students that you have curated, we can do that as well. So thank you again. Thank you so much for watching. All of you, those that came on, shout out to you. And I hope to see you again sometime soon in person or on the interwebs. Have an absolutely lovely day.